Good morning, students. This is Murthy sir. Today, you will learn about an interesting topic, different ecosystems. First, let us see the definition of ecosystem. An ecosystem is a complex relationship between all the living and non-living things which interact with each other in a particular habitat. Ecosystems are the foundation of biosphere and maintain the natural balance of the earth, that is, ecological balance. The whole living world is called biosphere. The term ecosystem was coined by A.Z. Tansley in the year 1935. Ecosystem is a self-regulated and self-sustaining structural and functional unit of nature. It consists of living beings and the physical environment. Here you can see the photograph of great ecologist, Sir Arthur George Tansley. Every element of an ecosystem belongs to one of two major categories, biotic or abiotic factors. It all depends on whether the element is living or non-living. Any living thing found in an ecosystem is called a biotic factor. Microorganisms, plants, animals, humans, and decomposers, all these are biotic factors. In this picture, you can observe biotic and abiotic factors. Ducks, fish, plants, and bacteria are biotic factors. Soil, water, and air are abiotic factors. Abiotic factors are things that are not alive in an ecosystem, but they play a vital role in the maintenance of an ecosystem. The examples of abiotic factors are sunlight, air, water, and soil. In this picture, you can observe the exchange of nutrients and organic molecules between producers, consumers, and decomposers. Now let us learn about the producers. Green plants are the producers which perform photosynthesis, a vital biochemical process in nature. Examples of producers are plants, particularly in terrestrial ecosystems, and algae in aquatic ecosystems. Plants are referred to as producers because they are capable of producing their own food through photosynthesis, and these are called primary producers in nature. Consumers are naturally heterotrophs. They obtain food by eating other organisms. There are four types of consumers in nature: herbivores, which consume plants; carnivores, which consume animals; omnivores, which consume both plants and animals; scavengers, which consume dead bodies. Within an ecological food chain, consumers are categorized into primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. Primary consumers are herbivores, feeding on plants. Caterpillars, insects, grasshoppers, termites, and hummingbirds are all examples of primary consumers because they consume green plants. Secondary consumers eat primary consumers. They are carnivores, meat eaters, and omnivores, animals that eat both animals and plants. Tertiary consumers eat secondary consumers. Food chains, they end with top predators, strongest carnivores, animals that have little or no natural enemies. In nature, decomposers are generally fungi, bacteria, or worms. Most decomposers are microscopic organisms, including protozoa and bacteria. Other decomposers are big enough to see without a microscope. They include fungi along with invertebrate organisms, sometimes called detrivores, which include earthworms, termites, and millipedes. Decomposers, they feed on dead things Dead plant material such as leaf litter, wood, animal carcasses, and fecus, they perform a valuable service as Earth's cleanup crew. Without decomposers, dead leaves, dead insects, and dead animals would pile up everywhere. Imagine what the world would look like without decomposers. Decomposers play a critical role in the flow of energy through an ecosystem. They break apart dead organisms into simple inorganic materials, making nutrients available to primary producers, that is, green plants. Sunlight is the primary source of energy for any ecosystem. From the sun to producers to consumers and to decomposers, energy powers the interactions of ecosystems. This is the diagrammatic representation of flow of energy from the sun to producers, to consumers, and to decomposers. Finally, in the form of inorganic materials, plants they absorb them. A food chain shows the flow of energy from one organism to another through each trophic level. Energy flow is represented by an arrow. Arrow goes in direction of energy. This picture shows one food chain in a grassland ecosystem, the flow of energy from producers to consumers and to decomposers. A food web is a representation of all the interconnected food chains in an ecosystem. Food webs, they show multiple feeding relationships. This picture shows one food web. You can observe multiple feeding relationships within this food web.